Hey everyone, welcome back to English with Kay, the podcast where we learn new English words, explore weird modern stuff, and sometimes accidentally overshare embarrassing stories. I'm your host, Kohner, your internet big sister who stays up too late watching random documentaries on YouTube. And this week, I've got a spicy one for you. Yep, we're talking about cancel culture. Is it fair? Is it toxic? Is it both? Is it a weird internet sport people secretly enjoy? Honestly, I've just gone down a whole rabbit hole on this. And I feel like my brain needs a vacation. But before that, let's unpack this together. Like two friends gossiping over tea. Sound good? Let's go. Okay, first things first, what is cancel culture? If you're new to this term, it's basically when a person, usually a celebrity, influencer, or famous brand, does or says something offensive, problematic, or just plain dumb, and the internet decides to stop supporting them. People unfollow, boycott, leave angry comments, and sometimes even demand they lose their job. It's like an online version of the ancient Rome thumbs down. Some folks call it holding people accountable, making sure people take responsibility for their actions. Others say it's mob mentality, like when a crowd gets wild and everyone piles on, sometimes without knowing all the facts. So, the big debate is this a good thing or are we slowly turning into digital bullies with Wi Fi? Let's start with the fair side. And honestly, when you first hear about it, cancel culture kind of makes sense. I mean, shouldn't famous people be called out when they say or do something harmful? If a singer makes a horrible comment about a group of people, shouldn't they be criticized? Shouldn't we tell them, yo, that's not cool? I read this article the other day. Yes, I sometimes read serious stuff too. And it said that cancel culture can give a voice to people who usually get ignored. Marginalized communities finally get a platform to speak out, and that's powerful. It means you don't have to be a billionaire with a microphone to call out bad behavior. You can tweet, post a video, or write a comment, and people might actually listen. Also, some people say cancel culture isn't about ruining lives, it's about consequences. Like if you steal cookies from a store, you get punished. If you publicly insult someone, you should probably face some heat too, right? Accountability is a part of being an adult and being a decent human. But, and it's a big but, things get messy. Cancel culture can also turn toxic super fast. Sometimes it feels like the internet's playing this weird, unofficial sport. Who can cancel someone first? Like people dig up tweets from 10 years ago when the person was a teenager and use them to destroy their career now. Imagine someone finding your old Facebook post from when you were like 14 and you spell tomorrow as tomorrow and said something dumb. Are you the same person now? I hope not. And it doesn't stop there. Sometimes people get canceled for things taken out of context, like a joke, a misunderstanding, or something that they already apologized for. And once the internet mob decides you're canceled, it's like a quicksand. The more you try to explain, the deeper you sink. I mean, isn't it kind of scary how fast public opinion can flip? One minute, people are posting heart emojis under your selfie. The next minute, they're telling you to delete your account and never show your face again. Not to be dramatic, but it feels a bit like throwing someone to the wolves. And sometimes people forget that there's a real person behind that username. Here's the thing I realized while doom scrolling through dozens of articles and think pieces. It's complicated. Some cases of cancel culture lead to positive change, like when companies stop using offensive logos or when celebrities apologize and actually learn from their mistakes. But other times, it's just a mob mentality. One person makes a post, then others jump on because it feels good to be part of something. It's like when a group of friends decides to prank someone at school and you go along with it because you don't want to be left out. Peer pressure, but make it digital. And what about second chances? Do people get to grow? Or once you're canceled, are you canceled forever? I mean, imagine if no one ever forgave you for things you did at 18. I would still be haunted by the time I tried to cut my own bangs. Spoiler alert, it did not go well. Okay, so here's where it gets interesting. I found some unusual opinions about cancel culture that you don't often hear. Want to hear them? Of course you do. So, some psychologists say cancel culture is a form of digital self defense. People cancel others not just because they are angry, but because it makes them feel safer. It's a way of controlling their environment. Like, if we get rid of this person who said something harmful, maybe the internet will feel like a safer space. Next, cancel culture is weirdly addictive. Yep, apparently, the rush you feel when you're part of online takedown is kind of like sugar high. It feels powerful, and the internet loves power. It's like real life drama without leaving your couch. So, next one is cancel culture isn't actually canceling most people. And this one, exactly this one, surprised me. Research shows that a lot of celebrities who get canceled end up just fine. They might disappear for a month or two, then come back with a new album, a Netflix deal, or a redemption interview. It's more like a short vacation than a permanent exile, which makes you wonder, are we actually canceling people or just sending them on a social media break? So, where do we draw the line? When does holding someone accountable turn into bullying? When is it justice? And when is it just plain cruelty with extra Wi Fi? And who gets to decide when a person deserves a second chance? Twitter, TikTok, well, a group chat called Petty Queens. The internet feels like a courtroom with no judge, no rules, and no snack breaks. I've been thinking about this, and honestly, there isn't one simple answer, but maybe we can agree on a few ideas to help us figure out. First, context matters. Was what the person did truly harmful? Or was it an awkward joke from 10 years ago when they had bad hair and zero social awareness? There's a huge difference between someone bullying and being deliberately cruel and someone being young and clueless. People grow, learn, and hopefully stop using offensive memes from 2012. If we start canceling people for every dumb mistake, none of us would survive middle school or high school or last week, honestly. Secondly, intention matters too. Did the person mean to hurt someone? Or were they trying to be funny or share an unpopular opinion in a clumsy way? I mean, we all send texts we wish we could unsend, right? That feeling when you hit post and instantly regret, like, oh no, what did I just do? We should probably treat those moments differently than deliberate hate speech or harassment. Thirdly, the apology has to be real. And I mean real. Not one of those, I'm sorry if anyone was offended, celebrity apologies. No one believes those. If a person truly owns up to their mistake, explains what they've learned, and makes a clear plan to do better, Should they be given a second chance? Well, I think so. It's like when your little cousin breaks your favorite cup and says sorry with those big watery eyes. You can stay mad, but deep down, you know you're gonna forgive them. Fourth, are we leaving space for people to grow? This one gets me because if cancel culture is just about destroying people, what's the point? Shouldn't the goal be to create a culture where people can learn from their mistakes and come back better? I read this quote somewhere and it said, if you're not willing to forgive, then what's the purpose of justice? Deep, right? But honestly, if we don't allow second chances, we create a world where people are too scared to be honest, too scared to apologize, and too scared to grow. And that sounds like a pretty depressing place to live. So, fifth, are we canceling for a reason or just for fun? This one's tricky. The internet loves drama. It's like a free entertainment with popcorn emojis. And sometimes people join the cancel party not because they care, but because it's fun to watch someone famous squirm. But if you're canceling someone just to be part of the crowd, or because you're bored, or because you're having a bad day, maybe log off and go touch the grass, friend, or pet a cat, or bake something. And finally, would you want people to treat you like this? Would you want someone to drag up your worst moment and make you wear it like a badge forever? I sure wouldn't. So, maybe the line is this: hold people accountable when they hurt others, forgive people when they genuinely apologize and work to do better, leave space for growth and learning. Don't turn cancel culture into a hobby or a source of online entertainment. And remember that behind every username is a messy, complicated human being just like you. So, is it a perfect system? No. Will it ever be? Probably not. But if we can be a little kinder, a little slower to judge, and a little more curious about people's stories, we might just make the internet or the world a better place to scroll. Okay, it's time for our vocabulary section. I promised you new words, and I keep my promises. Our first word is accountability. Accountability. It means taking responsibility for your actions. For example, if you break the rules, you have to face accountability. Next is mob mentality. Mob mentality. It means when people in a group behave in a similar, often irrational way. For example, the internet can turn into a mob mentality when everyone starts canceling a celebrity. Next one is consequences. Consequences. It means the result of an action, often a punishment. For example, stealing has consequences like going to jail. Boycott. Boycott. It means to refuse to buy, use, or support something. For example, many people boycotted the brand after its rude commercial. Next is exile. Exile. It means being sent away and not allowed to come back. For example, the writer lived in exile for 10 years. Next one is doom scrolling. Doom scrolling. It means reading lots of negative news or comments online. For example, I stay up until 2 a.m. doom scrolling Twitter. Next one is redemption. Redemption. It means earning back respect or trust after doing something wrong. For example, the actor made a public apology as part of his redemption. Next one is marginalized. Marginalized. It means pushed aside, ignored, or treated as less important. For example, Cancel culture sometimes gives a voice to marginalized communities. Next one is out of context. Out of context. It means taken from its original situation and changing the meaning. For example, her joke was taken out of context and people misunderstood. And last one is addictive. Addictive. It's something that you can't stop doing because it feels good. For example, scrolling TikTok is addictive. I just wanted 5 minutes, but it's been an hour. All right, fam. That's a wrap on today's episode of English with Kay. I'm Hinur, and this has been one of the weirdest, messiest, and most interesting internet trends I've ever tried to untangle. Remember, it's okay to call out bad behavior, but it's okay to forgive, learn, and grow. And most importantly, don't forget to log off and touch grass sometimes. Seriously, your brain will thank you. If you like this episode, share it with a friend, leave me a cute review, or DM me your most unpopular opinion. I live for that stuff. Stay weird, stay kind, and I'll catch you next time. Bye!
If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, give us a thumbs up, and leave a comment below. Your support helps us create more great content.